We just broke ground on a brand new highway that's going to radically change both Springdale, Arkansas, as well as our airport known as XNA. We need to talk about all those different facts today, so let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually reload from Chicago, horrible place, back in 2020, and I was looking for the best place to live in America by far. So I searched all across America, from Asheville to Boulder to Golden to Boise to Phoenix to Huntsville, everywhere in America, and by far Northwest Arkansas, the best place to live in America. It's one of the only places you can truly live, work, and play, all in NWA. So without further ado, let's jump right into the content. Alright, so yes, it is true that a brand new highway is being built, like construction has already started for a brand new highway happening in Northwest Arkansas. The actual highway is called 612, is actually built a couple years back, but it kind of got stopped because they weren't sure which direction like the development is going to go. But it just got announced that construction, all the bids are out, construction starting for the brand new extension of the highway that's going to directly affect both Springdale, so it's going to go directly into northern Springdale, and then reach up into XNA, or airport, in the area. If you've been in the area, you know that it's not an easy access all the time to get to XNA, the airport. And you also know it's not easy access to get to the Springdale because there's longer roads from 49, which is our major highway, to get there, to get to the actual 49. But this will radically change both those things all in one time. Construction is starting right now. They're expecting to start the actual, to end the process for the Springdale one here in the next year and a half or less. So that's gonna be the first stretch happening for Springdale. Then they're at the same time, they're going to be directly working on the XNA one, reach directly up there. So the whole construction is going to be done in around 2027, 2020-ish, 27-ish. But the first section will be done in Springdale, which is going to directly affect the growth of Springdale, what is going to happen in Springdale. And so we're going to cover some of those things right now with Springdale, XNA, and what is actually the future of this highway and how is it actually going to directly affect Northwest Arkansas in general, plus Tiny Town, a little known town that not many people talk about. And the first thing we need to cover when it comes to Springdale, specifically was a brand new actual massive highway, is the growth of Springdale. Springdale has always been one of the second largest town in Northwest Arkansas, first off, but it's always kind of got a bad rap for being kind of a place you don't go because there's not much to do there. That has radically changed in the last probably 2 years. So much money has been developed into the downtown section of Springdale. New restaurants, steak restaurants, Onyx Coffee is moving down there. We have sushi places opening up. We have breakfast places there. We have kind of like an equivalent to Walter Art Center being developed there, like outdoor center. So much money is being poured into downtown Springdale, and this brand new highway is only going to expedite that whole thing because it's going to be so easy to get from 49 to 612, shoot over, and then to downtown Springdale. Very similar to how Fayetteville works, very similar how to Bentonville works, very similar to how downtown Rogers works. It's going to be so close to get from 49 over to downtown Springdale. It's going to honestly shave so many minutes off the drive that it's going to actually be a valid actual entry point into downtown Springdale. So not only is it going to be local residents enjoying to the downtown Springdale, but it's going to be people all across Northwest Arkansas going to be enjoying that as well. Just like every other city gets the enjoyment factor, obviously it's easy access to get to other cities. Springdale is one of the few that didn't have that access. This is going to change this radically, and not only that, it's going to incentivize builders and developers and people to start putting more construction and housing around the area because of its easy access. It was a little bit harder to pitch to people, in that whole northern Springdale area because it's so, I didn't say far, but it's a little bit of a drive from northern Springdale to Bentonville because it's not easy access to 49. No more. Easy access is going to be radically change that whole area in the next probably year and a half or so, pretty quickly. And before we jump on to the next point, I made something for you. Maybe you're looking to move down here, maybe you're taking a trip down here, just checking out the whole area. I made something called 3-day itineraries. Now you can imagine what they are. When I first moved down here, I missed so many cool things. That's why I made itineraries for you. So maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There are 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them to make it down here. They literally walk you through 3 days of what to do when you're down in Northwest Arkansas, city by city, area by area, thing by thing. Also, maybe you're looking to move down here or potentially rent here. I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally instant home updates. I definitely would stop using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. You are missing so many potential homes for sale or for rent just by using those specific services. That's why I literally made something called Instant Home Updates. Enter your information below: square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. Maybe you want to know about what's going on in downtown Bentonville, what's going on in downtown Fayetteville, what's happening in downtown Rogers. Rogers has 2 different downtown sections, both Pinnacle and also the Bricks. Who's going to the Woman Amphitheater? What new businesses are moving here? There are so many things happening here all the time. That's why I email that every single Friday, and it's really geared towards people who want to move here as well as people that live here currently, just kind of keeping up to date with all the cool things happening here. Enter your email below, enter your name below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday. But sadly, side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak, unless you live here currently. Little FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it out to Northwest Arkansas. And the second thing we need to cover with this brand new highway being developed in Northwest Arkansas is, we talked about Springdale. Now we need to directly talk about XNA. There's no really easy way to get to XNA, our airport here in the area. There's a lot of back roads. There's kind of a main road, but it's not like, it's kind of weird when you get off the plane. If usually if you're going to Bentonville, you'll head north and you'll hit a couple roads and be in Bentonville. But if you're traveling any other place besides Bentonville, you'll hit a road. It's kind of country roads. You're like, did I just leave an airport? Where did I land? And then you'll get into more of the city area in general. So it's kind of out there in the middle of nowhere. Now, obviously, development's happening that way, so it'll be busier in the next couple of years. But this brand new highway that's actually already been developed, so 612, I'm going to show a bunch of maps, of course. 612 has been there for a couple of years now. It's finally being developed fully into XNA. And so that is going to be an amazing thing because it's going to pick up the usage of XNA, the airport. It's going to draw in more, I would say, planes and obviously planes like Southwest into XNA. So this is all part of the package when it comes to this whole new development of XNA. XNA is obviously looking into getting Southwest out here, plus other airlines out here as well. But they need a longer strip to get Southwest out here. That's what I've heard before. So regardless, bringing 612 connected right into XNA is only going to increase the usage of XNA. It's only going to increase the airplanes and airlines coming to XNA. It's going to be a huge boon for the area to be able to go right from 49 to 612 right into XNA. Is going to really radically change how things happen around here when it comes to air flight. And the third and last thing we need to talk about was this brand new highway. And this is going to be a little bit in the farther docket. I assume that they're going to start construction on this, I'm guessing 2025, 2026. But there is going to be a bypass going down 49 onto 612 onto 412. This is going to relieve a lot of traffic for trucks coming down 49 over. I'm going to see how this works. Over to through Springdale to Town. Trucks should be able to bypass a lot of those things and bypass 412 and continue on to the Oklahoma Turnpike. This will alleviate a lot of pressures of businesses and and like car traffic in that core section right there. It's going to make a lot of businesses feel better putting their businesses there because the traffic that's going to be there is going to be pedestrian, consumer, living people traffic. Bella Vista dealt with the same thing a couple years back and they solved it with the bypass. This will actually solve a lot of traffic, so you know that if you put your business in that area, it's only people living in that area or to actually going to be living there. So if you want to put a new coffee shop, a new food venue, a new whatever the case is, a new Wiener Schnitzel, hopefully, or maybe new In-N-Out, hasn't been announced, but I really hope so one day. Whatever gets positioned there, it's going to be only traffic for people living in the area, which will be good because it makes business easier. The actual roads are less congested, and a lot of the businesses or a lot of the trucks can go around that whole area and over to the Oklahoma Turnpike in Oklahoma and just continue on their merry way. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. If you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Little starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. Maybe you want to know about what the schools are like, what are the hospitals like, what are all the events happening in downtown Bentonville, what's happening in downtown Fayetteville, all the cool things you need to know about Northwest Arkansas. Boop, 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 boop. A package shipped right to your home. Literally a package shipped right to your home. It's 72 pages of all the things you need to know about Northwest Arkansas. And it comes with the first free coloring book, and it comes with postcards. It comes with all the cool things. and it comes with the first free mountain bike. So that's pretty cool. And in it, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite for F word. Free! So enter your information below and make sure to get the package shipped to you right away. Also, if you are coming down here, definitely give me a call. Let me know and we'll schedule a whole tour, a $10 tour, so to speak, where I can kind of show around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you next one.